The Curse of Oak Island preview. The team dives into the sea in a quest for hidden shipwrecks. This week on The Curse of Oak Island, the team will be consulting more experts as they dive into the waters off Oak Island in the hope of uncovering at least 2 shipwrecks. Last week on the show, the guys turned their attention a little away from the money pit so they could hunt for artifacts on the largely unexplored Lot 8. They also took to the high seas with a magnetometer in an attempt to find metal deposits off the coast of the island. The team identified many areas off the north coast of the island and on a shoal near neighboring Frog Island that they believe are worth further investigation. The guys are hoping there's a shipwreck or shipwrecks lying just under the surface, hopefully laden with treasure. It looks like the team has thought the situation serious enough to invite marine archaeologist Dr. Lee Spence back to the war room. Spence has spent a lifetime researching maritime history, and he found his first wreck on a dive when he was just 12 years old. In a preview, Spence is seen pointing to a map of the water and stating, "Looks like we have 2 shipwrecks right here." Oak Island team dive into the water to search for shipwrecks. Diver Tony Sampson is also back for tonight's episode, and this time he's brought his diving suit. So far, it's unclear if he found anything, but a preview shows him getting particularly excited over readings from the magnetometer. The team will also welcome expert blacksmith Carmen Legg back to the island. He'll be examining some of the artifacts that Marty Lagina and Gary Drayton uncovered last week on Lot 8. In a preview, while examining an artifact, Carmen states it's very old and Marty, always direct and to the point, demands to know the age. Carmen responds with 1500s. The History Channel episode descriptor reads, "The team uncovers more evidence of shipwrecks off the shores of Oak Island as they prepare for the most crucial and consequential dig of their quest." Time is running out at the Oak Island Money Pit. We can also expect digging at the Money Pit to continue on tonight's episode. After the failure of 2 shafts, the team is hoping their third time will be lucky with shaft number 3. If this one does fail, they do have a 4th shaft still to come. But the guys must be disappointed not to have found anything so far. With the wintry weather fast approaching, the Fellowship will be hoping for a big discovery soon. The waters surrounding Oak Island have long whispered secrets, tales of hidden riches, sunken ships, and the promise of ancient treasure just waiting to be uncovered. In the upcoming episode of The Curse of Oak Island, the Fellowship of the Dig trades shovels and drilling rigs for wetsuits and sonar as they dive headfirst, literally, into one of the most tantalizing leads of the season: the hunt for lost shipwrecks just off the island's coast. It all begins with a mysterious anomaly spotted during an aerial scan of the waters surrounding the island's southeastern shoreline. Using cutting-edge LiDAR and underwater sonar equipment, the team discovers what appears to be a massive, oddly shaped structure resting on the seafloor. The outline is unmistakably ship-like, and the location, aligned almost perfectly with the old theories suggesting treasure-bearing vessels offloaded their mysterious cargo centuries ago, possibly even before the fabled money pit was dug. A new chapter underwater. While the majority of Oak Island investigations have taken place on land, this episode marks a thrilling shift as the team plunges into the ocean depths. Veteran diver Tony Sampson, a recurring presence and local expert on the island's marine mysteries, takes center stage. With decades of diving experience in these murky Atlantic waters, Tony leads the charge, his enthusiasm palpable as he briefs the team. Whatever is down there, Tony says, eyes gleaming with excitement, hasn't been disturbed in a very, very long time. If this is a shipwreck and it's connected to the Oak Island mystery, we could be standing on the brink of one of the biggest Rick Lagina and Alex Lagina, along with marine archaeologists brought in to authenticate and catalog whatever artifacts might be uncovered. The team is determined, but cautious. The ocean is as dangerous as it is mysterious. Stormy legends and ancient routes. To frame this watery mission, the team dives deep into history, both literally and figuratively. Narrator Robert Clotworthy guides viewers through theories suggesting that the island was used as a drop-off point for treasure-laden ships fleeing persecution, political enemies, or pirates. One particularly captivating theory posits that a fleet of ships belonging to the Knights Templar may have anchored in these waters, using a secret network of sea routes to escape European powers bent on their destruction. Supporting this idea is a fragment of wood recovered last season from the depths of a nearby cove. Lab analysis dated the timber to the 14th century, far earlier than any known European settlement in Nova Scotia. Could it have come from a hidden vessel still waiting to be uncovered? The first dive, suspense in the depths. As cameras roll, the diving team descends into the cold, dark waters off the coast. Visibility is limited, currents are unpredictable, and the seafloor is a mess of sediment and seaweed. Still, the divers push forward, guided by sonar beacons and a precise coordinate map. Suddenly, Tony signals. Something massive looms ahead. The silhouette of what appears to be a hull emerges from the gloom. Encrusted with barnacles and half buried in silt, the structure is unmistakably man-made. A sense of awe ripples through the crew as they begin their careful inspection. They recover several artifacts from the area, including a rusted iron spike, a curved piece of hull plating, and, most intriguingly, a wooden beam marked with what looks like a crude carving or symbol. Could it be a builder's mark, a religious symbol, or something more cryptic, connected to a secret society? The excitement on the surface is electric as the artifacts are brought aboard the research vessel for immediate documentation. "We might be looking at a centuries-old shipwreck," Rick Lagina says, voice trembling slightly. "And not just any wreck. One that could completely rewrite what we know about this island." More questions than answers. As thrilling as the discovery is, it leads to more questions. The marine archaeologists point out that while the wood and design appear old, carbon dating and material analysis will be crucial in determining the ship's origin. Is it a colonial-era trade ship, a pirate vessel, or something far older? Back on land, Marty Lagina is cautiously optimistic. He's always been a skeptic, the pragmatic brother balancing Rick's idealism, but even he can't deny the weight of this find. "What matters most is context," Marty tells the crew during a strategy meeting. "We need to find out if this wreck is connected to the treasure, or if it's just another piece of this very complicated puzzle." Adding another layer to the intrigue, Gary Drayton, the team's metal detecting expert, joins the maritime search. Using an underwater metal detector, Gary locates what might be cannonballs near the wreckage. If confirmed, this would suggest the ship was armed, potentially military or pirate-affiliated. The Templar link deepens. In a parallel storyline, researcher Doug Crowell reveals a newly uncovered map fragment from a European archive. The aged parchment outlines a route from France to Nova Scotia, with a symbol resembling the Templar cross etched just off the island's coast, eerily close to where the team is diving. "It's all starting to align," Doug says, eyes scanning the coordinates. The map, the wood, the markings. We may be getting closer to a Templar connection than ever before. A cliffhanger ending. As the episode nears its end, divers prepare for a deeper dive into a secondary anomaly spotted just north of the original wreck. The sonar reveals something rectangular, metallic, and buried under a thick layer of silt. Is it a chest, a weapons crate, or perhaps a section of a second, larger vessel? The final moments cut to a dramatic underwater shot, the glow of a diver's torch illuminating the edge of the buried object. Just before reaching it, the feed cuts. Viewers are left gasping, waiting for what the next episode may reveal. The hunt continues. This bold new direction for the Curse of Oak Island proves that the mystery is far from exhausted. With every layer of dirt, every sonar scan, and now every dive beneath the waves, the legend of Oak Island grows richer and more thrilling. Whether the ocean will finally give up its secrets remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the Fellowship of the Dig is willing to follow the mystery wherever it leads, even to the bottom of the sea.